Now, as you see, I've also glued this little styrene piece to join in the auto racks, and I've also glued the end bit so it sits flush to the styrene. Okay, now I'm going to glue my concrete block down, which I've just put in, obviously, PVA glue. And the concrete slab is now dry, so that's now completely stuck down. Okay, the next part is putting the track underneath the ramp and underneath the top level of the auto racks. Now, by looking at it, it's just as simple as connecting, feeding it all up and running it out, and it's actually, this is probably one of the hardest parts of the whole build, because I've got to join this top level to the top of the ramp. So the easiest way I thought to do it is in two pieces. I'll have this track underneath the ramp and it will end like so. So I've just got enough overhanging, and then when I do the top level, I will have, the track will start about here, and then hopefully I can join the two links up underneath. Well, that's the plan anyway. So what I'm going to do is, you can see this track, how I've trimmed all the side bits off. Well, in this case, the only ones I'm going to trim are these big ones, because I don't need them anymore, but the small ones underneath are going to be glued to the bottom of the auto rack. So I'm going to trim them up, and then I'm going to actually paint it yellow so it looks like it's part of the scene. But anyway, I thought I'd try and explain how hard this actually is. So if it works, I'm going to be very happy. So I'll go ahead and I'll trim them, because all I'm just going to do is just snip them. So I'll trim them all, then I'll paint them, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, I've trimmed all the excess off the track. So now I'm going to paint it, and then I'll glue this onto here, and also I'll glue this onto the ramp. So I'm going to paint it yellow, so I'll go do that. Okay, all the track is now painted yellow, which I hope will blend in, so I'll let that dry. Okay, for the ramp now I'm going to glue the track and hope for the best. So all I'm going to use is super glue, and then stick it down. just like so. So I'll let that set. Okay, now I'm going to glue the top level for the auto racks. And I'm going to do it the same way, obviously, as the ramp. Okay, my glue's now dried for on the ramp, so that's what she looks like, and also the top level is all glued. So all I've got to do now is put it together. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm just going to set up one of the motor housings, which goes here. Now, I've just done the 2 screws to hold the motor. There's 2 holes in the motor, and the 2 screws will actually go in. Now, to put the sprockets on, you have 2 different version sprockets. One for the motor, and one the bigger hole that goes on the other side. So the one of the motor just goes over like so, and then you just push it down. And the other one, this one, will go with this little plastic cover, which goes over the hole, and then the sprocket will go over that and down, and then you have this top like a plug, which will go on like so, but you got 2 rubbers bands, and then this plug goes in like so, and then when that motor turns, it will turn the sprockets, which I can't turn it until I get power, and then this will go like so. Now I'm going to just show you how this motor actually works with the rubber bands or the rubber rings. Now I've got just a small chain in there now. Now I've set this at 10 volts. So as soon as I put this on, it's going to go, because I haven't got, I'll take it back. And you can actually see it spinning. So once I push that blue chain in, it will come out. Oh, it's going the wrong way. So with these, you can go left or right or forward and reverse. So when you connect it up, you've got to make sure you've got your forward and reverse right. So this will now go forward at 10 volt, and there it goes. So we'll do it again. We'll push that up and out she goes. And these motors are actually 12 volt. So you can just run a normal wall adapter if you want. Okay, I've now pre-wired the motor ready for power. And now this way I can put up my ramp and my top level of the auto rack. And also I can put this turn area on too. Like so. Okay, the ramp's now in place, and so is the top level. So all I've got to do is join that track to go down with a little ramp and then around the whole layout. But and the other thing is, I just got to hope if it works, the cars don't smash into the sides. But and you can still see the top level. So on to the next part. Okay, now this is my ramp leading out of the auto racks. So what I'm going to do is actually glue this down, and you can actually see that I've routed the top of the foam for the track, and it goes right around to the next motor housing. But from this area here down until it gets to the bottom of the baseboard, I'm just going to use some styrene and actually glue that down. So I'll show you the next stage.